Welcome. My name is Kelly and this is Maxwell. Come here, Maxwell. Welcome to Restorative Yoga. This class we will relax intentionally, place our body in positions with props to restore. And so get comfortable and get a few items, a few articles, blanket, like the size of a throw blanket if you don't have a yoga blanket, and then get a pillow or a bolster about that size and a strap. We will be putting legs up the wall later. So putting your legs up the wall later. And so that's how we'll finish class. So put on some nice music, relaxing music. And because I'm listening to relaxing music in my AirPods, and helps with the relaxation process. So let's start by seated position, cross your legs. So we'll move more in the beginning of class, and then the latter part of class we'll hold poses for a longer period of time. So get a blanket, a pillow, and a belt or a strap if you have one. And let's start by reaching up and bring your arms just straight up, as straight as you can reach. And then start to lean over to your side. And if there's a prop over there, it's okay. You can just prop your hand up on whatever. Draw your shoulder back, feeling the side body stretch on that opposite side. And then reach up and over. So my name is Kelly. Thank you for joining me for Restorative Yoga. Your body will appreciate you for making the decision to do this. Inhale and reach up. And now let's turn. Maxwell, bring me your chicken. Come here. Come here. Come here. Reach up. And then turn. Maxwell. Reach up. Right, so now lean your hand, or bring your hands back, broaden through the chest, and then bring your knees up, bend your knees and feet on the mat, the width of the mat. Rock your knees from side to side. And then change the crossing of your legs. It's the other way, the way that you never cross your legs automatically. Inhale and reach up. And now lean over to the side. Reach up and over, gently stretching the side body. Reach that arm, the upper arm. And then sweep over to the opposite side. Point your elbow down, reach the arm. Gently opening the side body. Breathing in, breathing out. And now let's turn. So reach first and then turn your shoulders. Put your hand on the outside of your leg and look over your shoulder. Breathing. Deep, gentle breaths of air. Inhale and reach. Exhale and turn your body the opposite way. Press your fingertips into the floor, looking over your shoulder. Inhale and reach. And bring the hands again behind. Feet on the floor, the edge of the mat, and then tip the knees side to side. And now come onto your hands and your knees. Maxwell, you can stay right there. You can stay right here. Tuck your toes under to stretch the back the bottom of your feet. So lift up your leg and tuck those toes under and kind of press back so you get a good stretch at the toe joint and then also the bottom of your feet. Press into the floor and push. So stretching into that tense or stiff area of the ankles, knees, and toes potentially. So just movement through that position. Push into the floor and bring the hips back. And now separate your feet. Actually, bring your feet together. Put the top of your feet on the floor. That's what I meant to say. And coming into child's pose, reach your arms forward and bring your forehead down to the floor or stack your fists. And just place your forehead right there and relax your body completely right there. Your shoulders, your upper back, the lumbar spine, the lower back. Good. Now slide your hands in, coming to cat-cow position. Spread your fingers, knees underneath your hips, and very slowly lower your torso, your belly towards the floor, just to a point where you're feeling your abs, the front of your body stretch, and just gaze slightly forward. Don't lift the head too high. You want to keep your neck comfortable. Then round your spine, push into the floor. Let your head come between your arms. And do that again. Inhaling as you lower, and then exhaling as you round. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you round. And then neutral spine, meaning your back is flat, chin is neutral. Now bend the body or reach the left side body or the right over to the side. And then change sides. So your head and your hip reach towards each other as you reach the side body over. Just imagine your spine, how you're changing the direction of the stretch. Stretching through the side. Good. Now, coming into child's pose again for 5 breaths. Separate your knees, bring your big toes to touch, stack your fists for comfort, or put your forehead on your hands flat, or forehead on the floor. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale that out. Inhale. And exhale. Lift up. So again, on your knees. In fact, let's do this. Place the blanket underneath your knees. That's why the purpose of the blanket is to soften where your foundation is, however you're standing or sitting, right? Okay, so lift up and reach your arms, stretch overhead, tuck your toes under, so like we did in the beginning, get your toes really tucked under right there, and sink back, sit on your heels. It may feel uncomfortable especially initially, but stay there. Use your fingers and press your heels in just slightly. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm. Circle your hands around if you can do that. If not, then the back of your hands are together. So right here. Now, point your elbows slightly forward. And then tap the elbows, or just reach the elbows towards the thighs. You don't have to touch. Just lift up. So reaching, stretching the back of the shoulders, and then tipping the elbows forward. Lift up. And then point the elbows down. Inhale, lift. Now open up your arms, lift your feet up, set the top of your feet on the floor, and then reach your left arm underneath your right. So with the bottom of your feet on the floor now, if you can, sit on your heels. If that's too much, you should also be up, completely up on the blanket with your feet also. Reposition if you need to. If you can't sit on your heels with your feet flat, then just stay up, right? And if you can, press your toes into the floor, the top of the toes, and then you'll point the elbows towards the thighs and then lift up. Do that again. And lift up. One more time. And then unwind or bring the arms apart. Inhale and reach up. Now come up on your knees again. Pick your shoulders up and roll them back. Looking forward. One more time. Reach the hands behind you. Clasp the fingers behind your back. And reach the knuckles towards the floor. So stretching the front of the chest and the shoulders. If you can, get your palms all the way together. Reaching your knuckles. Just standing in your knees or your shins. Looking forward. You can reach the arms slightly away from the back, but just to a comfortable place. And then release. Keep your blanket where it is, but bring your hands forward onto the mat. Spread your fingers apart and reach the right leg back straight. Runner's lunge, press the hands into the floor and reach the heel to the rear of the mat. So your toes are tucked under, you're pressing into the floor and reaching the heel away from you, stretching your calf, Achilles tendon, the bottom of your foot. Take another deep breath in. All right, listen to my instruction. You're just going to sweep the knee side leg, the knee leg, the leg that's down on its knee. You're going to sweep that leg in. We're coming into what's called gate pose. And then tuck your toes under, bring your opposite leg out straight and reach the upper arm over the ear. Draw your shoulder back. So it's almost like it's a propped up side plank on your hand. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, reach up. And then bring your hand to the mat and let's change sides. So hands on the floor, extend the left leg back. Push the floor away. Your heel reaches towards the back of the mat. Feel the calf stretching out there nicely and into your hamstring. So 3 breaths. And listen to my instruction. You're just going to turn the leg underneath you, the knee that's underneath you, that leg out, and then line up your body. The leg that's extended straight, that foot is on the floor flat. Reach the arm over the ear. And either tuck your toes on that foot or put the foot flat. And then bring your hand to the floor. And knees on the mat. And now come down to your forearms. So similar position to like a child's pose, but I want you to keep your hips up. It's actually called puppy dog's pose. Rather than downward facing dog, stretching the back body on your forearms. And now lift up your right leg and extend that right leg out. So on your forearms, getting a stretch through the right leg. Push the floor away into your forearms. Inhale. And then exhale. And then place your right knee down and change sides. 3 breaths on the other side. So extend the left leg back. Press the heel away from you by pushing into your forearms. So you're getting a good stretch in the back of your leg, the hamstring and the calf, down to the heel and the ball of your foot. Good, now we're going to come onto your stomach on the mat. So move the blanket over to the side. And then come forward, come onto your belly. And then we're going to go into what's called half frog pose. So half frog pose is lift up your chest first, and then bend your right knee out to the side. And then, so the insole of your right foot is on the floor, and try to get the knee 90 degrees if possible. And then turn your head the direction of your knee bent, the bent knee. And place the head on the floor comfortably. You may have to move it around to find the best place for your cheek or the temple. So this is a nice, really good stretch for mobility in your neck. So we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale that out. Now start to slide the leg down straight. Reach both legs onto the floor as long and as straight as you can. So lengthen the body and place your forehead down now. So you'll tuck your chin slightly. Get that nice gentle stretch in the back of your neck. And lift your head. Place your left forearm on the floor. Some of you may have trouble grabbing your foot, but if you can, reach around and grab your foot and pull your heel to your glute. And then you can lower down and place your forehead on your forearm. So no need to intensify this, just stretching the quad. And you'll notice that the stretch also goes into the hip flexors on that side. Breathing in and out. Allowing enough time holding the stretch that the muscle relaxes and the benefit of the stretch happens. So when you move into a position or a stretch, the muscle will tense up automatically. There's a stopping point, right? And then if you hold a position for long enough, that allows the muscle to relax. So then open up. Now release your foot. Lower your right leg all the way to the floor, and we're just going to change sides. So the opposite side, you'll bend your left knee and bring it out to the side. And turn your head the direction of your bent knee. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, your hips. Take one more deep breath in, then lift your head, extend that leg out straight, put your forehead down, stretch the back of your neck. Shift your body so you reach your legs really long. And then lift up your chest, your head and your chest, and put your form on the floor. Then bend your left knee, reach around and grab your foot. And try to put your forehead down. So don't intensify the stretch by trying to lift the thigh off the mat. Just keep the foot if you can, and if you have a strap nearby and you can grab that strap and place it around the foot, it'll be worth the time spent. Now let your foot go. And then come up onto your forearms in Sphinx pose. Stretching the front of your body, the chest. So forearms on the floor, fingertips on the mat. Press your fingertips into the floor and abs contracted. Lifting your navel off the floor. And breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling. You can close your eyes for a moment. Sink in a little deeper. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. And now push into your forearms, lift your hips up, bring the knees in, coming into child's pose again. This time in child's pose, reach your arms beside your legs and put the temple on the floor, turning your face to the left. Pick your head up and turn your face to the right. Now lift your head, place your hands on the floor. And now transitioning to stretching the upper body. So what you're going to do is, and I'll mirror you, my sticky note. All right, everybody with me? So let's start with the right leg going out to the side. So pick up your right knee and extend the right leg out. Put your foot flat. Push into the floor. Now reach your glutes towards your heel. And then lift up. And now I want you to walk your hands forward and lower your chest towards the thigh or towards the floor. Feel that stretch in the inner thigh, the glute, the hip. Now to modify that, you'll just place your foot, don't extend your leg out straight. So if you will, extend that leg out straight. Lower your chest. Take one more deep breath in. Then exhale. Bring your hands underneath or wrists underneath your shoulders. Reach your left arm up. I'm mirroring you. And then sweep that arm under. And you'll set your shoulder on the floor. So reaching the fingertips for that leg, the toes that are over there on that side. And then try to reach your hand around and place it on your lower back. Maybe you can reach around and grab the leg on the other side, opening the shoulder. And then release that. Bring your hand to the floor. Take a moment, point your elbow up, then gently press into the hand, lift up. Hands on the mat, bring that leg in. Kind of move around a little bit. Sway side to side, maybe back and forward, and then lower and lift. So just some movement, swaying your body mindfully, staying present. Center your weight over your right leg and extend the left leg out. So your foot is straight, parallel to the mat or the body or the shin, I should say. First press into the hands and just sink your hips back. And then lift up. Now walk your hands forward. And here's where you get a little deeper into the stretch. So reaching your arms, bring your chest towards the floor and keep pressing into the foot to the side. You want to contract your abs, pull them in, keep that leg to the side. Maybe you want to tuck the left toes under or the right toes under. And then slide your hands in. Reach your right arm up and bring that arm underneath and place your shoulder on the floor. Set up first, you can keep your hand on the mat and then press into the hand, opening up the body on this right side or the left side a little bit more, and reach the hand around and just place it on your lower back or reach and touch the leg on the other side. You want to pull your elbow into the body, not flaring the elbow out. You want to bring it in. And breathe. Good. Now place the right hand on the floor or the left hand on the floor. Point your elbow up. Inhale. Exhale. Push into the floor. Lift your head. Place the hands on the floor. Bring your knee to the mat. And just move around. Let's do a circle. So rounding the back into cat. Reaching over to the side, lowering your belly, and then round up. Do that again. And now the other direction, up and rounding over, lowering, lift up. One more time. Good, now cross your legs behind you and sit behind your heels. Place the blanket underneath your head, and you may need to fold it up to be more comfortable. You may have to fold it up higher. So now we're going to use this strap. So stretching the back of your legs, roll back, put your head on the blanket. You can also roll this up so it's nicely supporting the neck. Shoulders on the floor. Pick them up and roll them down or lower them down to the mat. Extend your legs out straight. Reach your arms overhead and take a breath in. Then exhale, sweep your arms. Grab your strap. Bend your knees. Place your feet on the floor. And let's do a couple of movements from side to side. So knees side to side. And then center up. Extend your left leg out straight. Actually, first, place your left foot on the floor. Lift up your right leg. Place the strap around the right foot. Extend that leg up. Reach for the ends of the strap. Then relax your shoulders. Keep your left knee bent for a moment as you kind of make adjustments. I want you to reach up so high that your arms are straight. And then let your elbows slightly bend, pulling the leg towards you with the weight of the arms, holding the strap. So stretching the hamstring, the back of the leg, the calf, the heel, the Achilles tendon, the bottom of your foot. Now extend, try to move the left leg out straight as you can get it, all the way if you can, calf to the floor. There's your hip flexors on that left side. So again, the weight of the arms pulling the leg in towards your body, and you can let that left foot go. Just no tension. Close your eyes if they're not. And now grab the strap with your left hand. Reach your right arm over to the right. Then lower your leg over, across the center line of the body to the left. You can prop up on your elbow. I want you to keep your shoulders on the floor. So the moment your shoulder starts to lift up, I want you to adjust and lift your leg. So the key thing is shoulders on the mat and just stop where that feels comfortable. So we're stretching through the lower back right here up along the hip, the outside of your leg, all the way down to the ankle. Look over to the right. And if you can, just gently, as you hold the position and exhale out, move a little bit closer to the floor on the other side. Or maybe you have a prop over there, you put your foot on the prop. Inhale and lift. Now we're going to bring the leg out to the other side, so stretching the leg adductor muscles, the inner thigh. Reach for the strap with your right hand. Extend your left arm out for balance. Now reach the flex your foot first, and then point your toes directed more towards the floor, and the heel pointing a little slightly up. So you lower the leg over to the side, stretching your leg on the inner thigh, and then look over to the right. I'll reposition my mat so you can see from the side. So leg to the side, reaching the left arm over to the left, looking to the left. It's important to keep mobility in the neck, keep the ability to turn your head with a range of motion. Inhale, lift. Bend your right knee. Bring the knee on the outside of your shoulder and use that strap. Pull against the foot. Here's your lunge position if you look at that. So when you're in a lunge, standing lunge, stretching your hip flexors, you'll feel that lifting up on the left side, so you can press your hand into the front of your thigh to push it down. Good. Now release the strap from your foot. Feet on the floor. Tip the knees side to side. And then bring your heels in or feet in closer. Place the strap around the opposite foot, the left foot. Reach up as high as you can. And then level or lower, keep your lower back on the floor. Right? Now extend the right leg out. Get your calf all the way down to the floor. Flex your foot for a moment. And really reach that leg away from you, and then extend the left leg straight up. Then let the weight of your arms pull the leg in, and you've got a slight bend in your knee. And close your eyes. Let your right foot go. So holding this pose for a longer period of time because we're trying to create more flexibility in the hamstring, suppleness in the muscle. And it takes a long time holding a pose, especially for the hamstrings, right? Then reach for the strap with your right hand. We're bringing the leg across the body to the right. So your left arm goes to the left. Bring the leg across the center line of the body to the other side. And if you want to, prop up like a kickstand on your elbow. And just look up for a moment. Settle your shoulders evenly. So pick them up and set them down. And then look over to your left. And you can keep trying to reach the foot to the floor. If you can keep your shoulders on the mat and get your foot to the floor, excellent. If that doesn't work for you, then don't do it. And then continue to try to adjust the turn of your head. Then look up, begin to lift your leg. Make sure your back settles completely on the floor before we transition to the other side. So lower back on the floor, reach for the strap with your both ends with your left hand, and then very, very slowly lower. And as you lower, turn your toes towards the floor and the heel slightly up. And then reach your right arm over to the right and look over to the right. Beautiful. Extend that right leg straight. You can use your hand and press down the hip to get that leg onto the floor, shoulders on the mat. Again, turn your toes a little slightly towards the floor, the heel pointing up. Inner thigh stretch, hamstring stretch, shoulder over here, neck over, turning the opposite direction. And breathe. And then look up, inhale, and then lift the leg straight up. Bend your knee, pull that knee in towards your chest, then try to bring your arm on the inside of your leg. The knee is on the outside of your shoulder. And bring the right arm up like a cactus, and just hold this for a moment. The bottom of your feet facing the ceiling. Okay, so let your foot go. You can get rid of the strap. Place it on the floor. And then roll over to the side and push yourselves up to a seated position. Grab your pillow, bolster. Place the bolster underneath your knees, like this. So your knees are out like that, and your feet together. Edge of the feet on the floor. And you're just going to reach your arms over the legs and drape your body. If you have something to place underneath your head, you can do that. For example, if you fold the blanket up so it's pretty thick, place it right here. And then reach. Put your forehead down so your neck relaxes completely. And you're draping over the body. It's a nice stretch for your shoulders. Just have your hands resting on your feet. Inhale and lift. Now move the blanket to the side and your pillow to the side, and bring your mat up to a wall. If you don't have a clean wall to move to, so you can put your legs up the wall, then just do this without the wall with the legs straight up. So the blanket goes underneath your head, and just bolster to the side. To bring the legs up the wall, bring your hip all the way to the baseboard, and then you'll put your forearms on the mat. Make sure that's happening so you're comfortable, and then lower down Send your legs up and even up your shoulders. Then reach overhead and find the blanket. Place it underneath your neck. Legs straight up. Flex your feet. Your arms to the sides with your palms facing up. Flex your feet. Flex, and then let your feet relax into a natural position at that ankle joint. And your fingers naturally curling. The back of the hands resting lightly on the floor. Shoulders, elbows, any of these pressure points. Make sure you wiggle around and get yourself comfortable. We'll stay here for several breaths, a couple of more minutes. Let's say 3 minutes with legs up the wall. So your legs are the weight of the legs in the hip socket. So leveling at the SI joint. So the hips are on either side of your coccyx bone or tailbone and the sacrum. And the hips can get off balance. So the idea is that if you're up against a hard surface with the weight of your legs over the hips, that this can level the hips. Close your eyes. Let's engage in our breathing. Inhaling for 4 counts. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 4. Last time. Exhale, 8. Now bring the feet together with your knees out, and just take your hands gently and press your knees, adding some resistance to the legs so that you can open up the inner thighs. Bring your feet together. Keep pressing. Then use your hands and bring the legs together. Feet on the wall. Grab your hands and around the shins. And close your eyes for a moment. In this nice tight ball. Then open your eyes and just roll over the same direction you came in. So we'll come out about the same way. And then push. Keep rolling and pushing. Good. Now bring the blanket to where you would have your head. And place your pillow on the mat and your legs up and over. I think that your feet being over on the other side, touching the floor, it feels more comfortable, feels more secure. If your feet are kind of dangling in space, it doesn't feel like such a relaxing place. So Put your feet on the floor and then lower down onto the mat all the way. Put your head comfortably on your blanket and tuck it underneath your neck like that. And then reach your arms to either side. And you can turn your palms up or palms down. What feels right to you today? Hands opening to the sky, a little more open gesture, open to receiving. And then your hands down. It's completely fine. Feeling more secure with palms down. Either way, relax the shoulders for Shavasana for 5 minutes. I'll guide you in the beginning. So bring your awareness to the top of your head, the crown of the head. Imagine a light touch right at the top of your head, of the palm of a hand. Then bring your awareness to the mind's eye, the space between your brow. Taking a deep breath in as you visualize that space. Then exhale that out. Focus on your jaw, the chin, the neck, relaxing. Releasing any tension in the jaw, the neck. Bringing your awareness to your shoulders. As you visualize your shoulders, take a deep breath in. Exhale that out. Then your arms together, or focusing on your arms, the right and the left. Focusing down the trunk of the body. The lungs, the heart. The thoracic cavity. Down to the pelvis. Relaxing your hips completely. Letting your belly soften. Both legs. All the way down the legs to the ankles and the feet. So as we continue to breathe, start to control the next 5 breaths of air. Inhaling through your nose, and then exhaling through the nose as well. There's a little ujjayi breathing, a little constriction in the back of the throat. Intentionally relaxing the mind and the body with breath. Begin to open your eyes. Bring your hands together. Interlace the fingers and reach up. Both arms straight up. And now place your feet on the bolster or the pillow. Reach the arms to your sides, palms down. Now move the bolster away from you, just kick it away. Reach your arms overhead and roll over to the side. And just keep rolling and pushing up to a seated position. Cross your legs. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring the edge of the hands to the mind's eye, the third eye. And thanks and in gratitude. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for taking care of your body. Namaste. Have a great one. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you again. Leave me messages and comments if you have them. Ask me if you need anything. Thank you. Bye.